guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I just want to do a quick follow-up video talking about Alan Wake 2. Thank you again to my buddy Brian for giving it to me as a gift for my birthday/Christmas. I really enjoyed it. I just beat the game a few moments ago, and I thought the ending was sort of ambiguous, and I was like, oh, that's kind of strange. And then I realized there's an actual true ending if you play through the whole game again. So story-wise, it makes sense to play through the whole game again, and I'm going to try to not spoil anything here. Story-wise, it makes sense with like the last lines of dialogue, but it's sort of unnecessary, especially because I think it's the same game in its entirety. So I ended up going on YouTube and watching the true ending, and I thought the true ending was very good. I thought it tied up a lot of stuff. I would say 90% of the game gets pretty much tied up from the true ending. So that was good. I enjoy stuff like that. There's one little facet that you're like, oh, well, what about this? So that was cool. I thought the game itself was really good. I enjoyed how they make the two characters play together in tandem, but in a parallel way. So while you're playing as Alan, you're in the dark place, and then while you're playing as Saga, you're between different areas depending on the game. I don't want to spoil the story, but their stories keep intertwining, and then they meet at the end. So that was cool. I like that part of the game as well. Trying to think what I didn't like. The game definitely was not action oriented. Like, I felt the first one was more action heavy, which I actually appreciated more in this one. I liked that it was a little more story driven, and a lot of it felt like something like Control or Quantum Break. You can tell they've pulled mechanics from those games. The way, if you played Quantum Break, it was very, you play bits and then there's movies, and it ties into the story in movie segments, and that's exactly how this game was as well, Alan Wake 2. There was movie segments, and then you'd play parts of the game, and then it would interlope with the movie segments and conjoin. So I thought they did that very well. I think as a team, Remedy is very good at kind of mixing the two mediums and making it feel almost like you're watching a movie, but you're playing a game, and it's, you know, putting them together. I will say, and I know I don't normally talk about stuff like this on the channel, I'm not a fan of when companies hire other companies to put things into the game that maybe isn't their own vision, that they use to modify their vision because they want the sake of diversity or the sake of this or the sake of that. I don't like that. I'm not a fan. And I think that when you hire teams to do stuff like that, to tweak your work, it just waters down your work. I did not find that in this game, even though I heard that they used Sweet Baby Inc., which is like the devil with game developers online that everyone hates. But, a very small but, there's a very tiny line of dialogue about 80% of the way through the game that comes out of Saga Anderson's mouth. She's the half-black woman who is the other protagonist with you and Alan that you play as. And it felt very forced and out of nowhere, and then never crops up again. And I thought that was a little strange. But otherwise, I thought she was written well, and I thought that the characters both worked well together in the game. So overall, would I recommend Alan Wake 2? Yes, it's very good. I played about 20 or so hours. I played in bits and pieces because there are a lot of save points, which is good. And I look forward to trying the DLC, which is also, I believe one of them is on the disc and one of them might have been a download when I purchased, when I got the game given to me. So let me know, guys, if you've played Alan Wake 2, what you thought of it. I thought it was really good. I actually liked it more than I expected to. And I'm glad that they tied up a lot of stuff because the first game was very ambiguous. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.